Time for an updated walk and focusing on what all we need to clean up. And to start with the old solar kilns, as well, to say they've seen better days is an understatement. All of that needs cleaned up. See an occasional barrel off there in the distance. Tires and rims. There's a couple there. The logs that the last loggers who sucked left laying about. Those all need to be cleaned up. We have a lot of deadfalls. Get some better shots of the grapevines we need to get rid of. And knowing that my personal life is not where I want it to be, and neither is my professional, I have to regain focus on what is going to be my legacy in this world. And that's here. This grapevine's a beauty. You see it, let's clear up the top of that tree, but that's got to come down, because if you let them, they'll take over the whole woods. Another tire over there. You can see this last winter was rough on them. Driveway's starting to get packed up. This is a tree that's overwhelmed by a grapevine. There's a lot to do, and we'll get to it one way or another. Another down tree across the driveway. More old tires and rims from out here where the junkyard was. One time, man, this was something else back here. I had a 70 Roadrunner, and multiple early 70s Chargers. Another tire there. Chunks of concrete. This Ann's old steps. Old truck, camper, bucket, wire over there can go in the steel, tires, a toilet. Never know what you need one of those. Old burn pit that's not a frog pond. Our tires, pile of wood, rotted out barrels can go in the steel. Yeah, there's a lot of work ahead. But if my life is going to amount to anything besides a series of mistakes, I need to do this one thing right. I need to make this right. This was part of where the old dump was. That's a big old H&R Block sign. Like anybody would want that. It'll go in the garbage. There's steel and chairs and more tires and rims. Yeah, there's muscle cars out here. a 67 Caddy, a 64 Pontiac Catalina, and a big chunk of steel there. There's another old burn pit. Just there was a good 100 cars back here at one time. All gone because my mom and brother panicked and got sold off in 1992 for about 10 bucks each. There's a lot of tires, many of them on rims. There's even McCreary there. I think there's some Hoosiers out here, a little sign of my dirt track past. This pile's going to be a bit of a pain to clean up, but it'll be done. This is those big grapevines that are choking on my black walnuts here. They're huge, more barrels. I said, there's a lot to do. This is not for the faint of heart. This is a cleanup from hell. There's a seat out of an early 60s Dodge van. It's been back here for frickin' ever. And some of this stuff's been here since the 60s and 70s, and yeah, it's all got to go. That pile, you see, it said there's a bunch of pieces of semi-trailer. The price of scrap up, I really want to get those in the dumpster. There's some good weight there. There's just steel everywhere. Old gas tanks. There's a old seat that's got the moss covered look going on. Looks kind of cool actually. But more steel, more buckets, and just all sorts of crap. But I no longer have a reason to put this off. I don't have anything else in my life that I can fight for. This is it. This is my make or break moment. This is what's going to define me and what is going to be either my greatest victory or my final defeat. That was a hay wagon. It's sad. And to get in out of here, get the tires off, get that heavy iron into the dumpster. And this is basically what we're up against. That's about the end of what needs cleaned up. Everything from here on back is woods. About 19 glorious acres of wilderness. Perfect place to store your soul.